How are you doing, judges? Joe, are you all ready? Perfect. All right. Time. Good morning, judges. My name is Hughes, and I work with Amberson Coffee in Indianapolis, Indiana. Now, I'm going to begin brewing right away, as my method requires me to be very diligent about each brew that I do. So, when I brew this first one, I'll tell you what the coffee is, and I'll tell you the technical details and the recipe. When I brew the second one, I'll tell you what my method has been, why I'm doing it, and how it may be able to help you brew your own coffee. And when I brew this third one, I'll tell you about the flavor profile and the tasting notes of the coffee. So, let's begin. I've brought with me today a natural Sudan Rumé from Luis Calderon's farm, Villa Beltulia in Colombia. This was sourced and exported by our friend Juan Diaz of Nowhere Coffee, and it was roasted in part by my coach Hugo and Jill Potter of Helm Coffee. This coffee is incredibly sweet, with a bold, heavy body and a lingering aftertaste that exemplifies what Colombian coffees are good at. For the technical details, I'm using the Oria V3 today, paired with the Cafec T83 dark roast profile filters, pressed by the negotiator. This brewer has wide open surface holes on the bottom. And because of the low bypass due to the negotiator, it's very fast with high extractions. The Cafec filters have a more uniform paper weave pattern, which leads to low clogging and fast brews. This pairs nicely with the already fast Oria. I'm using 14 grams of ground coffee to 190 grams of water for a ratio of 1 to 13.5. The grounds are medium coarse to avoid over extraction. And the water is at 194 degrees Fahrenheit to keep the brew hot and moving, but cool enough to drink. The timings are going to be bloom at 0, first pour of 50 grams at 40 seconds. This makes up the front half of the brew. For the back half, it's going to be 4 pulses of 20 grams each at a minute, minute 15, minute 30, and minute 45 respectively. Now, for the method. This brew is a study in flow rate. For the past year, I've observed what flow rate has done to change my brews. And I've paired 2 methods with this recipe to reliably extract different qualities of the coffee that I'm brewing. The first method, the one in blue or on the left, is called even flow. This is 5 grams per second throughout the entire brew. Doing this is going to highlight the coffee's acidity. The second method, the one in red, or on the right, is the slow flow. This is 7 grams per second in the front half, but during the back half pulses, I slow all the way down to 2 grams per second. Doing this highlights the coffee's body and sweetness. In order to visualize what's actually going on between these 2 methods, I took 10 sample brews of each method, averaged them out, and plotted them on this extraction over time graph to show you precisely what's going on. What does this graph tell us? Well, the even flow has a much higher extraction jump early on, whereas the slow flow keeps the extraction up much higher than the even. There's a lot that can be said about the sciences here, but as we only have 10 minutes, let me summarize. The compounds which are attributed to the coffee's acidity are extracted early on in the brew. the more extraction you can get out early in the brew, the more acidic and bold your coffee. The oils present in the cup are extracted later, and this attributes to the coffee's body. So the more later you can push your extraction, the more body and sweetness you'll get in your overall cup. I'm using the slow flow for you today because of the natural qualities in this Sudan Rumé varietal. This coffee is deep, rich, and decadent, with a lingering aftertaste that pairs very nicely the more body you can push out of your coffee. I have written down a list of tasting notes, which we will go over. The first is going to be the aroma. It's the very first thing you sense when you'll be getting your cups. And you'll be tasting an aroma of lemon tea, honey, and allspice. When the coffee is hot, you're going to be tasting caramelized banana, dark brown sugar, and orange zest. The acidity will be medium in this stage, and the body will be medium heavy. When warm, you'll be tasting Meyer lemon, candied orange, semi-sweet chocolate, and torched brown sugar. The acidity will brighten to a medium high, and the body will stay medium heavy. Judge 1, please assess the aroma. When cool, you will taste clementine, semi-sweet chocolate, and lemon zest. Judge 2, please assess the aroma. The body will stay heavy while cool, and the acidity will stay bright and pleasant. You may begin your assessments when I pour your drink. At the very end, you'll get an aftertaste of orange zest, black tea, and oolong. I hope this study in flow rate speaks for itself as you drink, and I hope it helps to those listening to think about and to brew coffee just a little bit differently than they did yesterday.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Judge 3, please assess the aroma. I'm excited to help keep push the coffee community and our extractions further. Judges, you have been wonderful, and please enjoy. Time.